Hello, Nik Perring here. I'm one of the judges for Streetcake's 2020 Experimental Writing Prize. I'm going to read you a little story which I think is experimental of my own. It's from my second book, Not So Perfect. And experimental writing can be many things. As I said in the previous video, we could be experimenting with form, we could be experimenting with chronology and timelines, we could be telling stories backwards, we could be experimenting with themes. And I think good writing always comes from a place where we're looking to do things differently. So here's one of my stories. It's called My Wife Threw Up a Lemur. We were in the middle row on a plane on a flight back from Europe when my wife threw up a lemur. She heaved, flailed her arms, and knocked my glass of ginger ale off the plastic pull-down tray and over me. It pooled in my lap. I thought she was choking on a peanut, and I was about to call out for a doctor, but she puked it up before I could. She threw it up into her hands, caught it. And there it was, a tiny lemur. It sat there, shivering and staring up at us both with its huge, round eyes. The stewardesses were accommodating. They found us some seats near the back where we had more space. They brought the lemur a blanket and a bowl of water and some paper towels for me, and then they left us to get on with it. It was while we were cleaning out our lemur's cage that my wife threw up her second animal, a tortoise-shell kitten. Same big eyes as the lemur, and she turned out to be just as friendly. The two got on wonderfully. They played together, groomed each other, and when the winter came, they kept each other warm. We joked. Me and my wife said they were like brother and sister. Last year, we moved out of our apartment and into a house. We needed somewhere with space for fish tanks and bird cages. Needed somewhere with room enough for the snake and the gecko. Our friends didn't seem bothered about our animals. They don't seem interested, to tell you the truth, and no one's ever asked where they've come from. I kind of wish that they would. I play with the animals when my wife's out. I've been trying to train the lemur to do a kind of trapeze thing from the fan on the hall ceiling. I want him to swing down and land on the cat's back. That'd be some party trick. I've something planned for the turtle and the meerkat too, but that'll have to wait. Last week, my wife cooked me dinner. A special one. Good cut of pork, expensive vegetables, fresh sage, creamy mash. I knew what was coming. I knew what all this was about. She needn't have gone to any trouble because I'd have said yes. We've always said we'd love kids one day. It was while we were trying that it happened again. I was just coming to the end, almost coming, when she pushed me off. She was wrenching and heaving, and all I could do was watch and pant. She threw up a rat. Small and grey and cuter than I imagined rats to be, and she lay there, stroking it. The room smelled of sex and sweat and fur. I said to her, "We can try again tomorrow." And she kind of shrugged, nodded, then slid out of bed, cradling the rat in her arms. And she went downstairs to find it somewhere to sleep.